Welcome to another ArtemiS Suite tutorial. In this tutorial, you will learn more about the playlist of ArtemiS Suite. A playlist is particularly useful for comparing multiple sounds and allows you to sort your sounds, for example, by their documented properties. To create a new playlist, select File and New, then drag and drop files or marks into the new playlists with your mouse. Alternatively, you can select files in the Head Navigator or marks in a pool project and open them in a new playlist with a right-click and Open With. Now a playlist is opened as a new document containing all previously selected elements along with the corresponding information from the system documentation. With a right-click on the information bar, you can display or hide individual items. You can sort the elements of a playlist by these properties, or simply by clicking on them and keeping the mouse button pressed. Click on the Playback icon to play the corresponding mark. For the playback level of the sounds, you can choose between different modes. In automatic mode, all sounds are played orally accurately as far as possible, except if their level exceeds the configured hearing protection level. The requirements for orally accurate playback can be found in the online help of ArtemiS Suite. In normalized mode, all sounds are played at the same level. This level is referred to as the comfort level and can be configured in the options. To do so, go to Tools, Options, and Playback. The normalized setting thus compensates relative level differences and plays all sounds at the comfort level you configured here. In the options, you can also configure the hearing protection level mentioned before. If you check the option Comparable Levels in normalized mode, Comparable Levels mode is only available in playlists, the signal with the highest level will be played at the configured comfort level, and all other signals in the playlist will be played at lower levels, but with the correct level differences relative to the loudest signal. In the next drop-down menu, you can choose the behavior when you switch between sounds during playback. With the setting Always from Beginning, any mark or file is always played from the beginning when selected. With the time synchronous setting, the playback position of the new sound depends on the position of the sound played before. For example, if you play the first 5 seconds of a sound before switching to the next entry in the playlist, the new sound is played from the position 5 seconds after its beginning. This makes it easier for you to compare multiple sounds containing similar acoustic events that change over time. The function is like playing all marks when a playback is first started, but you only hear the one which is currently selected. If your sound files also contain revolution speed information, the switching between sounds during playback can be synchronized based on revolution speed. With the setting RPM synchronous, playback of a new sound starts at the position on the revolution speed curve where the previously played sound was interrupted. By default, the name of a file is also used as the name of the corresponding entry in a playlist. To change that, go to the properties of the playlist and click on the Add icon under Display Name. This allows you to select other information contained in the file, such as information from the user documentation, as the name for the playlist entries, such as the food type in this case. Under Colors, you can assign colors to the different names, which will help you to keep a better overview, particularly in the tiled view of a playlist. For this view, click on the tile icon in the top bar of the playlist. In this view, you can play a sound by clicking on the corresponding tile. Besides the settings for text display, the tiled view also provides the function Hierarchical Grouping. In this area, you can add any information that is available in your sound files. For example, add some information from the user documentation. The view of the playlist changes depending on which information you have added under hierarchical grouping. This function is particularly suitable for a playlist with many entries, since the added information can be used as search criteria. This allows you to sort your sounds by their documented properties and to compare them directly to each other. You can change the order of the hierarchical grouping using the arrow icons. This helps you to easily find specific sounds by means of the available documentation. Now you have an overview of the playlist functions and how to use them to compare sounds to each other perceptually. With the hierarchical grouping function, you can also take full advantage of well-documented data, as it helps you to find desired sounds even in very large lists.